These days, everyone is under more stress than ever before. Our understanding of the world has drastically changed. As a result, the effects do not spare our kids. Many children are currently having difficulty, just like adults. Not parenting skills, but the situation of the world at the time is reflected. Due to their continual exposure to unfamiliar and complex settings, children experience stress in greater quantities than adults. Although their expectations from the adults in their lives, such as their parents and teachers, are closely related to their sense of worth, it can also be influenced by those around them. It will be difficult for your children to handle the circumstance if their self-esteem suffers. In this video, we will discuss the cases and symptoms of stress in childhood and how to deal with it. When can stress be harmful? A child's capacity to cope can become unmanageable in the face of stress or adversity that is too severe, overwhelming, sudden, or significant. When kids don't get a break from stress, don't have the support they need, or don't have the coping mechanisms they require, stress can be damaging. Over time, excessive stress can have an impact on children's physical and emotional well-being. Causes of stress in children. 1. Anxiety during school. Children spend approximately half of their waking hours at school, where they must balance their academic obligations with extracurricular activities, sports, and tuition, leaving them fatigued. Additionally, they could experience tension from attempting to blend in with their friends' group. 2. Pressure as a result of family issues. Parents are the primary source of support and direction for children. Problems at home, such as marriage disputes and separation, financial difficulties, physical punishment, coping with mental illnesses in the carers, and other concerns can lead to stress. 3. Environmental or media stress. Children frequently experience anxiety when they watch news of disasters, terrorist attacks, and escalating tensions around the globe on television. Extreme violence, gore, and terror in films may even cause very young children to respond, which may cause them to develop an unjustified fear of unfamiliar people, the dark, or frightful monsters. Having an online presence could result in cyberbullying by peers or total strangers, which can also result in extremely distressing emotion. 4. Other causes. Children may experience stress when those around them are concerned about something, whether it be a financial issue, a health issue, or a death. As children are sensitive to their parents' emotional states, they will surely notice if you are stressed. Symptoms of stress. Young children find it very difficult to communicate their emotional states to their parents. So it is up to you to recognize the warning signs and symptoms. 1. Physical signs. Overly aggressive responses to little issues, including biting, attacking, sobbing, and screaming. Persistent sleep issues include nightmares, bedwetting, and insomnia. A reduction in appetite. Headaches and stomach problems are frequent complaints. 2. Behavioral or emotional signs could be anger and concern, unable to unwind, dread of the dark, dread of being alone, and fear of strangers are examples of new or recurring fears. Clinging to you and refusing to let you go from view. Anger, sobbing, and whining. Unable to regulate emotions. Stubbornness or being aggressive. Returning to earlier age-related behaviors. Refuses to take part in family or academic activities. Dealing with stress in childhood. The greatest people to spot stressed out kids and help them manage their stress are schools and parents. In class, help kids recognize their stressors and teach them coping mechanisms. Adhere strictly to a no punishment policy, both verbal and physical. Recognize bullying when it occurs and show compassion to the affected kids. Implement a productive parent-teacher communication site. At home, create a safe haven for your child where they can feel loved and cared for. Without making fun of them or ridiculing their inability to find a solution, pay attention to their issues. Spending time with them in a predictable pattern will reassure them. Instead of using punishment, teach children through positive reinforcement by offering safety, empathy, structure, age-appropriate information, comfort, and direction. Caring adults can significantly alter the situation. Always notice out loud. Identify the emotion you believe your child is currently experiencing if you notice that something is bothering them. Instead of making an allegation, make an observation. If you compare the phrases "what happened now" and "it seems like you're still mad about what happened at the park today," you'll see the distinction. Do you still find that upsetting? Your interest in learning more about your child's worry is suggested by the observation. Additionally, it gives you the chance to demonstrate your concern and desire for understanding. Listen attentively. Be patient and transparent when asking what's wrong. Resist the impulse to criticize, lecture, or suggest what they ought to be doing. The intention is for the youngster to voice their worries and feelings and to be understood. Asking questions like "and then what happened?" will help you see the big picture. Recite what you believe your child may have felt. "Gosh, that sounds really frightening," or "that must have been frustrating." It's especially important when things are stressful for the child to feel supported and listen. Teach younger kids to label any possible emotions if they lack a broad emotional vocabulary. They will be able to communicate with you more effectively as a result. This emotional awareness may be essential for preventing behavioral meltdowns, in which emotions are communicated through actions rather than speech, fostering good habits. By establishing their own healthy routines and assisting kids and teenagers in finding stress reduction techniques, parents and other carers can play a vital role in the well-being of the family. It's important to set an example of effective coping. Children can discuss how they've thought about and handled stressful circumstances with their careers. Allow children to solve problems. It's normal to desire to help your child with their issues. However, when parents jump in to fix every small issue, their kids are deprived of the opportunity to develop effective coping mechanisms. Allowing your kids to attempt to resolve their low-stakes difficulties on their own will give them more self-assurance that they can handle pressure and disappointment. To encourage media literacy, the majority of their time these days is spent online, where adolescents risk coming across problematic material, cyberbullying, or peer pressure through social media. Parents can assist by limiting screen time and educating their kids how to be informed online shoppers. Fend off pessimistic thinking. I'm not good at maths. I despise my hair. I'm not going to make the team. Why even try? Negative thinking is an easy trap for children and teenagers to slip into. Contradicting negative self-talk in children is not enough, though. Remind them of times they worked hard and improved, or ask them to thoroughly consider whether what they are saying is true. They will become more resilient to stress if they learn to frame things favorably. When to seek medical advice. However, there are situations when the pressures are too great to be managed at home or at school, even with wonderful parenting. If any of the following apply, speak with your child's pediatrician. Displaying indications of despair, sadness, or dissatisfaction. Excessively expressing emotions such as fear or fury. Failing academically or refraining from socializing. As the types of stress change with age, it's important to educate yourself on the various stressors that influence kids. The first step in understanding stress is realizing that things we adults might dismiss as unimportant can actually cause children to experience extreme stress. The most crucial thing you can do to support them in coping is to acknowledge their feelings without discounting them as excessive or needless. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.